male. He has Parkinson's and is having difficulty getting out of bed. Clear 2322. Correction, clearing.
Okay, so what is going
I don't
on
know what the
is
deal is, but he's
right now we have three active
southbound
shooters,
towards Jolly,
on
so
campus at Michigan State University. I am literally minutes away from campus. There, I'm listening to dispatch. There have been multiple confirmed fatalities, and just a minute ago they confirmed that they have found one suspect. And I'm assuming the one suspect they found was one had been shot and was trying to flee on foot, limping, and they started going after him.
Getting a better description. Fifth floor of Owen, chasing doorknobs.
So Flower. It's three shooters total. One they has been apprehended. He was shot. The other two had taken off in a white vehicle, and they are actually headed our direction.
Copy, RTS 28, show you en route to Owen Hall, 5th floor.
This is insane. Everything is locked down right now. Everything.
I appreciate that, thank you.
Like, no one can go anywhere.
3140 East Michigan, Gateway Loft. Male is screaming, get out in the parking lot in front of here.
I don't know. Can you guys hear? You're in Grand Rapids. Can you guys hear the
Go to the pavilion. Again, go to the pavilion.
Can you guys hear the scanner? I don't know if you can hear it or not.
Copy, thank you. And for the units who are en route.
Seem clear and available.
And okay, good. I am hunkered down. I made sure that right now the outgoing lockdown is to be prepared for fatal interaction, because they were randomly shooting. They were literally taking pot shots at people.
For the suspicious vehicle of the black pickup truck and white sedan, we're getting reports that it's actually going to be at Wilson.
So right now the tactical teams are currently going through each dorm hall, clearing floor by floor, door by door. I live kitty corner. Good, I'm glad you guys can hear it.
44 are going to be operating off the north, so if you hear our call sign, just keep your ear out.
So
28 Adam 4, do you guys have a specific area where you're going to be able to cover?
Literally across the street from me is the Michigan State Police Headquarters, Post 1. And they have tons of vehicles out there. And I heard a little while, an hour or so, I heard them just go ripping out, and I was kind of like, someone got in a bad accident, which is what I thought. And then I went outside, and there's a couple unmarked vehicles, so the federal vehicles, because Alphabet Soup has offices there too. And then I did hear at least one Bearcat go out to respond.
All RTF teams, once you get dispatched to a location, a building, stay at that building. Do not report back to the command post.
Copy for all RTF teams. Once sent to a location, stay there. Stand by. I'm trying to get all these calls more.
RTF 17 will be clearing STEM building.
Yeah, this is scary. Flowers. It is.
You said STEM?
10 civilians inside.
Copy.
Command post, which RTF unit was going over to the hub with the fire department?
And then on top of this, because there's a mass casualty incident. Yeah, Carla, I'm fine.
Bus stop. It was a white male, white female, both with dark hoodies that were assaulting each other. The guy had a stick at one point. It sounded like the female was chasing the male around by the bus stop.
So on top of this mass shooting incident, active shooter at campus, so every fire department, they're out there. There are confirmed multiple fatalities right now, and I know there are many injured. Literally, every fire department has responded.
And it's going to be the one towards Cedar on the west side of the building.
Okay, we're now.
RT4, Brody Hall is clear except for the people that are sheltering in place. Copy, Brody Hall clear except for the people sheltering. 20 Adam 4 and 20 Adam 2.
No, they just cleared another residence hall.
20 and 14.
RTF 11, are you able to respond to Acres Hall East for the reports of a suspicious black pickup truck? 20 Adam 4, would you be willing to assist a MSP MSP with a suspicious situation.
So MSP is Michigan State Police if you are not local. We are all actually currently on lockdown and shelter in place for the near future. And there is a warning actually to be prepared to use deadly force if engaged. So yeah, I guess if I can't sleep now. This is like freaking me out.
And 20 Adam 4 and 20 Adam 2, I'm actually going to have you guys respond to a suspicious person, 1439 Eureka Street, 1439
So,
Eureka Street.
as I was saying, like, literally everybody has responded. There's been Bearcat SWAT teams out, tactical teams are out.
Receiving reports from Wonders Hall South. Wonders Hall South reports of one shot heard near the back docking area.
1615 in the area of Maple.
Okay.
347 is RTF 7 available.
1615, thank you.
I'm gonna get, this is gonna get demonetized, but that's just one. Yes.
347 to RTF 7.
I'm ready. All of our doors are locked. Unfortunately, our house backs up to one of the main roads right off the highway.
10-4 will stand by at that location once we're there.
Jesus.
303.
So shots fired at Wonders Hall, which is a residence hall, or a single shot fired.
Boston 61, can I have you head towards
Literally everybody I know that is on like Facebook local, we're all listening to the scanner right now.
Are you at home still? Okay.
So yeah. So troopers are coming in from home. Officers are coming in from home for this.
They just turned their lights off. Callers an employee and just would like it checked out due to the situation.
So yeah, Flower, they are actually responding to regular calls. I've heard several call outs in Lansing for regular calls.
Yes, 10-4, thank you.
So this is Michigan State is where I went to college, so I am very familiar with these calls and with.
Victor 2, wondering who command was going to be.
Okay.
This has been going on for over 2 hours now.
Number 3 will be the airborne asset.
Oh, they're taking a helicopter up. I should hear that shortly.
1615 UTL in Maple.
Yep.
Copy, thank you. Appreciate it,
Oh,
sir.
I should be hearing the helicopter here shortly because we're right on the flight path for them. Oh God.
110-4.
So yeah, they sent out an alert about 2 hours ago.
On LA North. I just want to make sure you're aware of that.
Yeah, it is dangerous for anyone else that has any sort of a medical emergency. They're having to pull EMS from being out waiting. It is what is now considered a mass casualty incident. We do have 2 emergency rooms here.
We can try and I know they're already patched in some channels. I'll grab another traffic king. It's been holding for quite some time now. Black female was on the roadway.
Okay, not
On
related.
her head, on shirt and pants, was yelling for help.
Okay, that call is completely, that is closer to my side of town. But that is completely unrelated to what's going on. So yeah, no, this is scary. This is like worst case scenario. I honestly did not expect to ever have an active shooter in this area. This is so scary.
On site security, they're advising everything's 10-2.
Good, it sounds like they're clearing more buildings.
36, I will send you to the next.
Yep, 1136, go ahead. 338, 4th floor of Armstrong is
Frame 38, you said 4th floor of Armstrong is clear?
Okay, that's another floor on it. I think that dorm has 4 or 5 floors.
RGF 2 command. 2nd floor of Campbell's, secure.
1136,
That is only 3 floors.
D&E that occurred 3820
Yeah,
Jerry
multiple
Street,
fatalities.
Jerry Street. It came in when all of this started happening. Couldn't get anybody out there. Callers at Jaleesa.
So I know at least 2 fatalities, but they're saying there's multiple, so there's more. Okay, I don't know. My internet keeps going in and out. So what I just heard was Eaton County, which is county, the overnight deputies that are in Out County, so the outer less popular areas, they're all responding.
Wilson Avenue, 3804 Wilson Avenue. I'll have 1615 back when he's done checking the area.
Okay, so they're going there's been reports of shot fired at different apartments, so it's no.
3804 Wilson Avenue for a fight. Caller the Jerome stated somebody's taking his medication. He was verbally arguing with somebody. Possible 96 issue.
And then we have people still fighting. Crazy.
Okay.
There's RTF 10 available.
Okay, clear on that. We'll check with our unit. Thank you. RTF 10. AC1, AC2 intact.
Yeah, I know. Also, this is not a good angle. I look really fat. I don't apologize. I'm in bed. I'm expecting to go to sleep. I have a dentist appointment in the morning, but where my dentist office is
a little bit for some calls. I'm up here. Give me a friend or a second. I'll drive through there.
possibly on lockdown tomorrow too.
1635, what? Copy, RTF 18, I show you at Evans Hall.
So yeah, they released them a while ago. It's very grainy security photos of the three suspects. And the one suspect, I briefly looked at the pictures on my phone.
Is that Brian?
And
RT4, we got reports of a subject who walked out of Bryan Hall and threw something in the dumpster. They said there were two males, and then they ran through a fence into the lot at Cedar Greens and got into an older silver Ford Escape and left
I'm
northbound towards Michigan.
Hold on, let me pull it up. I'm honestly listening to the Greater Lansing Area Public Safety, which that one that's used. What? Why am I getting an ad? Okay, I literally had an ad pop up.
1635, can you take a suspicious person, Cesar Chavez and Larch? Can you switch over to Maine, please? Business College on the base or Maine.
Sorry guys, I have an ad on the scanner app.
Chavez and Larch. Caller thinks one suspect is walking around here. No weapons seen, red shoes and a backpack.
Hold on.
RTF 22.
I missed what that just was, that comment.
62, okay.
Well, why did that show up? Here we go. Okay.
You said you need units where at Evans Hall?
UTL, you can send us a nice call.
Which one am I using?
East entrance.
I'm actually using a scanner app that does include like all the counties and the different city channels as well.
935 Vincent Court, 935 Vincent Court. So it was a return trip. Caller son Isaac, 24-year-old Hispanic male, black shirt, black pants was causing issues. Been holding for a while. I tried to call him back and I got no answer.
So yeah, while they're dealing with this mass casualty incident, active shooter, they're still having to respond to regular calls. Honestly, like, I've been here. Some of it is so choppy. Thanks, Carla. Have a good night. Ugh.
1136.
36.
So, anyways, I'm listening to the general Greater Lansing Area Public Safety because it's multiple agencies responding.
Cleared RTF 22, 634.
I appreciate that, guys. I'll read through some more calls, figure out which one to send you next.
These poor dispatchers. I almost feel guilty that I can't go out and help.
I'm here and call Eastern.
RTF 22, we're in Business College. Who's doing earlier?
Oh, they're in the Business College building.
RT says that Brian. We can look at
Evans Hall.
Give me the cell.
So, to recap, we have 3 shooters. They did radio that they have made contact with one suspect, there was one suspect that was hit in fleeing on foot and bleeding, so they're tracking. There's 2 other suspects that
Yep.
there was reports that 2 other suspects had taken off in a white vehicle. But there's also just a report of a shot fired in one of the residence halls. There are
22 Farrell Street.
2 there have been 5 injured that have been transported to local hospitals. Thankfully, one of the local hospitals, they just finished building a new building, and it is...
Building is unclear. We could use one more team to assist.
I'm actually going to reroute you. We got a person on the line saying they saw the subject mention the shooter's description on High Street near McDonald's near Lake Lansing.
Clear. We'll head that way.
So that is...
Copy for RTF 1763 is coming out. I need another unit to help clear. Shit up.
So that call, there's a suspect matching the description actually on the far north side of East Lansing, but it's also right off 127. And there's like 496, which connects 127 to 96. There's also 96. And those 496 and 96 are east-west. 127 is north.
Pass 13.
Yes, there are 3 suspects. They actually released photos of screenshots of security cameras showing the 3 suspects. I looked at my phone, which is a small screen.
Copy at the STEM building. Need another unit at the STEM building to help clear. If you can respond to
yeah.
13.
So Jeremiah, yes. Multiple fatalities confirmed 2. They're saying there is a big hospital literally right on the edge of campus.
I'm checking on the
And
area.
then-
404 South Penn, 4804 South Penn for suspicious person. White male, 6'250, gray hoodie, dark pants, had a stick and was beating on construction barrels.
Then you have the local
Is there anyone
crazies.
inside Emmons right now?
Yep, Officer Brandon.
Yeah, we have a 5-man team on the west side of Emmons. We're gonna go check it.
Emmons is
Copy,
another.
I have another team in it. Problem.
East is on the east side of
Emmons is the residence hall.
4.
I
Were
apologize.
you assigned
This,
for border detail there?
my internet is not being stable right
No, we
now.
have no assignment. We are waiting at Brian to be sent somewhere. 10-4. Boston 6-1, I'm going to have you head towards the trouble subject, 2573 Abbott Road. A caller says Jenny Zanata, 20-year-old Arabic female.
Yes.
wearing light shirt,
Okay.
green
So there is
pants,
an
no weapon.
update about
90 shoes, causing
fatalities.
issues, does not live here.
And I apologize, guys. My internet connection is not stable,
Move around to the east side and we can do this all as one.
so it's in and out, guys.
Central Trooper 6.
So
Trooper 6. Boston 6-8, you're welcome.
okay, yeah. So there are 3 confirmed fatalities. This is just what's confirmed at this point.
6-8, we're good. We're on Gossard.
One suspect, when I looking at the pictures, had an assault rifle style.
Harrison from Shaw, the east side of the road. Just one single male. Looks like the light colored pants. Can't tell the description, but longer hair and maybe a beanie. Walking northbound, shoulder checking.
And they can check northbound Harrison from Shaw, east side of the roadway for subject, longer hair, possibly has a beanie on. 1553 North High.
Just so I'm getting it.
Go to
Okay, clear on that. 1136, just be advised. Dave Boston was also heading in that area. 1553 North High, black male, jean jacket, black pants, red shoes, walking Lake Lansing on High Street. Again, matches shooter description.
127, 96 right now.
okay. So
Clear on
that's
that.
Match 13, do you want me to reroll for that?
like 5 miles north of campus,
1553 North.
but that's still the city of East Lansing. So officers and TAC teams, as they're clearing the buildings, they are reporting back to a staging area, waiting for further.
Our chiefs are coming across the courtyard right now. The other bit of that.
Man, 1054 off by the individual. 877, I'm in the area.
Okay. Copy, I will set up to 12 here.
So they're going back to the staging area, waiting further instructions.
1635, okay.
But again, they have contact with one suspect, and I'm assuming at this point they're in custody.
1206 just escorted a student back to their door. I was knocking on the door there.
And also,
RTF11, we're out of 10.
yeah, that is part of the issues. They match the student population. It's Michigan State, and people were leaving.
Is there an available team that can go to the Harrison Roadhouse, receiving information of a male outside the Harrison Roadhouse screaming and put a backpack on the ground? Yeah,
there also have been multiple. I have a very bad connection, guys. There have also been multiple bomb threats called in.
Copy.
So we.
Yeah, it's gonna be a suspect wearing red shoes and a backpack.
Out at Harrison Roadhouse.
Unfortunately, yes, it's going to match the description of most students.
Your mobile, get to that last call, please.
So it's crazy. People coming home from class. They've been trying to come home from class.
Campbell Hall, still clearing level 3.
Disregard that.
151.
No, I don't know. My connection is very bad. I don't know if you guys can see. I think they're throttling our internet.
Battalion 11 from Fire Center.
Roger, QR, take that 7-minute time delay. 531 Harrison Road, subject is clear.
I'm aware I got a bad connection.
151 on Southwood. Good morning. 151 and 30 are going to be a Boston unit and 58. Good morning. Can you guys switch over north? We only really got me as a dispatcher right now.
Instinct command from 16. Armstrong is clear, all 4 floors. Everyone checked out.
4.
So they've cleared another
all 4
dorm.
floors of Armstrong are clear.
Windsor Township, charge of staging to Battalion 11.
Oh, Windsor Township. So our fire department and EMS has responded. So this ended like 3 hours ago, I think, at this point.
You're on the Union.
That was RTF 29.
As I've said, I heard, because I live across the street from State Police Post 1 and headquarters, where they also have federal
Command center, please.
law enforcement. I heard, I saw it literally like every car was leaving, taking off, ripping out of there. I did see unmarked federal cars responding,
151.
and I heard at least one Bearcat go.
We are available.
924, I'm still on the west side of G, and I missed the last traffic.
So the student union is across the road and a couple blocks over from the Harrison Roadhouse, where there's just a reported of a suspect matching the description that had a backpack that they had dropped off at the bar.
From Fire Center.
Battalion 11, go ahead.
That's 151. We had a 11th complaint. Caller was shot at by a silver SUV. They're going home to 900 Long Boulevard.
Battalion 11.
Sector 2. Just to advise, we have a student in the chemistry building with a heart condition requesting an ambulance for high pulse.
Ooh,
We do
boy.
have PD trying to figure out and clear it, but once they're clear, we'll need a...
Oh
I'm
boy.
calling from High Street. Lake Lansing is going westbound here on the south side of the road.
Subject is?
Is a shooter with 3 active shooters, 1 suspect they were in contact. Get back, dude.
The east and over to take that call.
RTF 28, are you still at Owens?
RTF 2A, we're available.
So there was a call. Battalion 11 was responding, and that is Lansing Fire. My cousin was the battalion chief of that station
We were
before.
just getting information at
He
Owens Hall
retired.
East. Someone said that they think on the 5th floor the accused may be there. Unknown why, no description.
Shoot.
Okay.
So there's
Owen Hall East or Holmes?
see now there had been reports that 2 of the suspects had taken off in a white vehicle.
Owen Hall East. Owen East.
Now there is reports of a suspect in a dorm.
Jennifer, give me just 1 second. I just got the email.
RTF 20.
So so active shooter at Michigan State University campus.
RTF 20.
10-4, thanks, brother.
3 confirmed fatalities, multiple injured, 5
McDonald's,
hospitalized.
347 to that location just secure.
Yeah, Jeremiah, I've got the scanner going.
Heart raise at the chemistry building. You can start that way, but do not leave the medic until you've got PD accompanying you, please.
Yeah, they can't leave
Clear.
EMS. They can't leave EMS or fire by themselves. They are armed.
Do you have eyes on the accused still? 300.
Yeah, he's coming west on Lake Lansing. We're trying to make contact on the flight.
Okay, so it sounds like
That was your like there.
they have found one other suspect.
Zephyr. Copy that.
Yeah, male, jean jacket, black pants, backpack, hood up.
You know how the backpack is?
347.
What?
So they had 100 bodies. That's first.
They
Staging them. For 1. Flash 13. Subject is shot himself. We need medic now.
They're in the base of Lions Park. There's 100 and set. I'm inside.
347.
We're gonna be out with them. 1635 is gonna be out.
100 bodies.
736.
it sounds like they're saying 100 bodies. So they just called for each to respond. There are bodies. There is one possible suspect in a dorm hall.
Clear shots fired 2349.
Okay,
Subject down.
shots fired.
DC11
Current.
from Fire Center. 347, be advised, Lake Lansing and Larch, MSP found a subject who matched the description. When they made approach, he shot himself. No if it's related, but it matched the description. Victor 2.
It's the baby.
Copy.
So it sounds like they've got 2 suspects.
Wait for a couple more to come on, be clear.
Yeah.
303, I'm clear out. Near out. Hey, hold up. 347, Lansing Township. Go up there to a this. Do you have a mobile order team? You get up there.
Is there a mobile team? Is there
So one thing about the Lansing area, Lansing Township is not the city of Lansing, but Lansing
a mobile RTFT?
is
Guys, Lansing
also
is out with a subject at Lake Lansing and Larch. The subject matching the accused is...
okay. So I think that's the one that shot themselves, self-inflicted. Lansing Township is on the west and east side of the city of Lansing proper.
16 we're mobile, we'll go. 16 we're mobile, we'll go. So we're about to pull up.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Clear, I got medics around. Is it safe for him to come in? Officer Badge 784, Officer Payne with Meridian Township for your welfare. Officer Badge 784, Officer Payne with Meridian Township.
So to recap, EMS, they may be out there at a staging area, but they cannot go on scene.
When I go up and try and run race.
So they can't actually go in while there is active shooting. The scene has to be secured.
Dispatcher 493, I sent the email to both you, 484, and 482.
1635, paramedics.
Oh boy.
Medics are on route. Is he conscious, breathing? What's the status?
Dead. So this suspect is dead. That is just what they said, suspect dead. So I believe it was a self-inflicted. Self-inflicted.
Clear, mail not moving.
Fatal.
GSW the head.
Okay. So he just shot himself in the head. That was the suspect on the north side of Eastland.
UA here.
Wow.
Clear on that, possibly a DOA. Medics good to come in.
7, let MSP know they've got RTF3 heading that way.
Copy.
Yep, starting CPR. Send
Lead to the head.
We got fire out here.
They still have to render
Clear,
aid,
recovered.
but they said it's DOA.
Yes, one headed that way.
1635, everybody slow down.
Called slow down, so they're not responding code, which,
All units can slow it down. Still doing CPR.
Clear,
yeah,
thank you.
they're literally just,
Second firearm in the backpack.
Clear. Fire in the backpack.
1136. Again, this is going to be...
technically, they're doing CPR, so technically they have to be, they have,
21.
Clear, Master.
they have to run a 12 lead with a flat line.
Pistol magazines in the backpack as well.
So in the backpack was the second gun.
30 individuals from Spartan Stadium.
Clear. Multiple magazines for the backpack as well. Copy. Evacuating 30 people from Spartan Stadium.
Okay,
Boston 1, other units can slow.
so the backpack, this suspect on the north side of East Lansing shot themselves in the head. Police are on scene there rendering first aid. It was a gunshot to the head,
From northeast.
Clear
and
that.
the
Back out
backpack,
that area for them so they can do their work.
they just checked it in the head.
That's right, so we're going to need a rope block off.
Okay, so
Clear,
that is
badge
dead.
6, Lansing badge 6, block off Lake Lansing and large, please.
So they found another firearm
We're on scene with that.
in the backpack with multiple
Clear.
magazines as well.
Trooper 6, they want to shut down High Street in Lake Lansing, in addition to East Street in Lake Lansing, or all the way out to Cedar. That should work.
Whoa, that's a big area.
This is all taken care of here. We're
You want to start for Lake Lansing and large, Lake Lansing and large, we need help blocking off the road.
1615 clear last. I gotta go pick up my partner, then I'll be ready to go again.
Is there an available team that can go to Chem Med, or the chemical building? They need a PD escort for someone who needs a medic. Okay, clear enough. Can you guys give me an address that you're in front of?
Before we can go.
So one suspect dead, self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. They were in contact with another suspect that had been shot.
Come on.
It
So
was
it's going to be room 328, room 328 at chemistry building? No, Chem Med. They need a police escort.
so then there's another suspect that they had contact with they were injured. They had a gunshot.
We have all lanes closed. We're going to start taping this off.
28 for a medical assist.
Have medics come to Lake Lansing and large. We have an open pathway.
Yeah,
Clear.
they definitely.
Team to respond to 6-8 Gunson, 5-8 Bun. We have a person finding that there's a poppy in E.
There's a breaking area.
Negative. Not getting too large right now.
I'm actually going to switch over to Ingham County real quick. So right now at 11:59, active shooter, mass shooting scene, Michigan State University, multiple fatalities have been reported by first responders. There's an update. Possible suspect located, and now reported shots fired, self-inflicted gunshot. I'm going to switch back over. They are all on the Greater Lansing. So yeah, so it's confirmed, well, we heard it all live. It's confirmed, gunshot wound to the head, self-inflicted. A student that has a medical emergency, and they need the escort.
We have all lanes closed. We're going to start taping this off.
What is Chem Med? Clear on that. Chemistry building, 578 South Shaw. 578 South Shaw. Room 28 for a medical assist.
So, yeah, they're only using one channel so they can coordinate better.
Pathway.
They are taping off the one scene, clearing a wide area.
Team to respond to 6-8 Gunson, 5-8 Bun. We have a person finding that there's a poppy in E.
Um,
For P, you want to go there?
gosh, that is. I,
Copy, thank you. It's gonna be 568 Gunson. They think someone's in the house. That's the only information we have.
so the other two suspects, sorry, that comment disappeared. The other two suspects, the injured one, they had eyes on and they had made contact with.
Westbound from Larch.
There was also a single shot reported in a dorm hall, and they had someone. They were headed over that way. And
1037. We're going out right now.
Okay.
then the last suspect, self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, and they're rendering aid. They're doing CPR, so at this point, not confirmed. I'm saying
Can I get a
is
phone number for one of you there,
dead.
please? Giselle, you can call me on my work phone. Who is it?
10-4, thank you. Can I have you head towards 1420?
So something that does tend to happen a lot when there are these big
We've got PD anyway.
when you have big incidents like this.
331-8987.
They do. A lot of people will go out and commit other crimes
Hazlitt or Gunson call?
because the police tied up. So it does happen. So yes, we have one suspect. Hey, Picky Annie's.
Hall Apartments. It's going to be 3 males banging on the door, very intact, aggressive and loud. No weapons were mentioned or seen.
So this is an active shooter situation on the campus. I apologize. Our internet isn't. Yeah, they emptied out the state police post, and federal cars also were ripping out. I know there's.
Got a lot of medics showing up saying they need to transport people from the Union. Do we have any info on that? Yes, 347. We need to have any witnesses transported to the pavilion, please.
Okay, and you want them, the medics to transport them?
10-4.
Okay. So they're transporting witnesses.
Can you bring them up to us? Do we need to go get them?
It seems secure. We can have them come up to you. Battalion 11 from Fire Center. Units at the Union, just to confirm, it seems secure for the medics to come up.
So they just had a response from Battalion 11.
RT-19, we're going to be clear. Grand River Abbott, head back.
Which the Lansing Fire is responding to a drive-by shooting.
628 in the Union. You can bring the medic.
So we have.
He is requesting assistance transporting 8 witnesses from the Yin to the pavilion.
So one suspect dead, not confirmed, but a self-inflicted head gunshot wound to the head. They were rendering CPR. They told EMS to slow down their response so they're not going lights and sirens, which
Battalion
is
11 from Battalion 42.
essentially they're dead in
I'll be in the car with 15.
primitive care because they have to render aid.
Battalion 42 from Battalion 11.
There's another suspect that did have a gunshot wound that had fled on foot, and there was a report that officers had made contact with that one.
You still have on Grand River, please.
Then there was
Were you very well set with your last call? I apologize.
a report of a single shot fired, and then they were apparently
Where's the unit at Union, please?
a suspect that matched options was in a residence hall.
I have 7 standing by and 2 that are going to transport people to the pavilion.
And it sounds now EM transporting.
Clayton County needs somebody to meet them on the west side, 2nd floor landing. Absolutely.
So that is the.
Shiawassee Capital.
En route.
So
Okay,
plus
so caller ran Shiawassee Capital. There was a white SUV, someone going into the building for LCC. They had a backpack. They were like in the vestibule area.
so there was a report that.
Or that unit can disregard. That's one of our janitors.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was a janitor at the local community college. There were reports that
RTF that's mobile with a vehicle. So we can search around that resident. 128 East Howe Avenue. What RTF is this?
okay.
RTF 7. Yeah, 5.
There's reports that 2 suspects had fled in a white vehicle, and it sounds like they found the white vehicle. This is going to be the suspect that had a fatal self-inflicted gunshot wound
RTF 27.
to the head. So that's what I'm saying, fatal.
Can you guys check McDonald's on Larch right there? There's a black GMC with a topper at the McDonald's. Car that was possibly involved with them, too.
Central Trooper 6, we're looking at East Howe if you have any more info or need us for anything.
So they located
Thank you.
the white vehicle that there was reported
Go over to North Ops.
a suspect fled.
A-firm.
There's RTF 7 going. Is there any other units going just so we can know it?
So then there was also asking for a
RTF 2, we can mobilize if you need us.
police to go
347,
to a
you want
McDonald's
more than one,
restaurant.
RTF group to go?
Like it's actually on the border of campus.
10-4 confirmed DOA. I will page you,
Okay, so that is confirmed DOA. So one suspect is officially dead. The one that was on the north side of Lansing from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
So that's 2, 7, and 9.
So one suspect dead.
Awesome, on, go ahead.
Another injured that they had contact with.
An actual. Yeah, just advise the MEI that it's going to be a crime scene, so it's going to be a minute before they can come in and do their part. RTF 3 can clear the scene. We're going to be a lot closer. We'll head to 120 South address. 877, I don't see any GMCs with the top or anything. North Ops. That's the guy.
Very.
Copy.
Again, I apologize. My internet is very weird tonight. I have a few. Well, it's because of this.
RTF 17, are you still at STEM?
So there's a confirmed
RTF
DOA
17,
suspect.
Are you still at STEM?
Gunshot wound to the head, self-inflicted. So
Do
we
you want
do have
people
one
to
of the 3
evacuate? They're
suspects
calling 911 thinking that they need to.
dead,
Okay, we'll go in the same
confirmed.
place. Battalion 42.
We just moved 10 from the Union to the Pavilion. Are there?
Need 10 witnesses. I'll check with police.
That's correct. 10 witnesses.
Is there available?
In units in the unit.
Hang on, I'm actually using. I just went live through the YouTube app. So yeah, Epiphanies. The suspect with the black male wearing red shoes is actually confirmed dead, self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head on the north side of East Lansing.
Is there an available RTF team that can go to West Holden Hall, getting reports at the loading dock for an unknown male with a female in a black Chevy Silverado? They thought it was suspicious.
RTF 22 was free and mobile.
So yes.
Go ahead.
So again, we have.
Call West at the loading dock, unknown male with a female in a black Chevy Silverado.
Again, confirmed.
RTF 4 is cleared to medical chemistry.
So
Thank you.
again, as I've been trying to say, there is one confirmed dead suspect from self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. They have contact with a suspect that was injured and fled
Homeland Security
foot.
2311.
Homeland Security.
Prince Armstrong Hall. I've got 4 individuals with long guns on Brody. Can you confirm is that blue traffic?
RTF 18, are you at Armstrong now?
RTF 18. We're at Armstrong now.
Okay, we got the Homeland Security bird in the air, advising they also see the 3 subjects with long guns. Is that you guys, or do you know if it's other officers?
A-firm blue traffic. Creating the LZ for the hero.
10-4, Homeland Security 231, you clear on that?
There we go.
We're in a group of 5.
Homeland
We're in a group
Security
of
is
5 right
on.
now. Copy,
In the
direct,
air.
35. Thank you.
They're landing the helicopter from Homeland
For units at the
Security.
Union, do you need any more witnesses transported? The medics are just curious. Hey, Boston 1.
So Homeland Security was up in the air with the helicopter. There was just a report of
Thank you, on the eastern in the 12. Battalion 42.
3 people outside a residence hall with
Actually, on
long
the other end,
guns.
she's on scene at MSU right now. Just let me know when you guys are ready for her, and I'll give her a call.
Yeah,
Sorry for the delay.
this is
I
crazy.
will pass that info along.
This was 42. I didn't copy any traffic.
Okay, that wasn't me good.
There are no more witnesses that need to be transported at this time. Delphine County also be advised, static service responding 17.
Okay, could you let the man know that the Livingston County ambulance went back to the pavilion?
Gun
So
road
that's
70.
5.
Male difficulty for clear midnight 12. Copy. Battalion 11.
32 on Main.
41.
Good.
So Flower, it's
I did a welfare check here.
so it sounds like, and again, I apologize. Internet and cell is very choppy in and out. And that's due to traffic. I already know that. One suspect is confirmed dead, self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head.
Broadcasting on both fire grounds.
And then there was another suspect that had been injured, had been shot, that they had made contact with.
Spring 38, are you and your team still at Emmons?
And they're
Okay, are there any teams at Emmons currently? We just have a report at Emmons Hall. The caller said that there was a subject wearing all black clothing that yelled for someone to pee. Caller said they're now concerned that the subject was let inside and they wanted Emmons checked again.
RGS 27, that was us.
Copy.
so
RCF 27 is clearing ambulance right now.
so law enforcement asked a student to throw down their student ID.
How? Where do they need me?
All residence halls, you have to have your key pass to get in after certain hours. Actually,
You just want to switch over to North Ops for right now. I'm trying to listen. I was never advisor over there.
I think the residence halls are all key card
28, are you still at Owen?
entrance only now,
Copy.
like all day. Traditionally, the dorm rooms were actually, they lock the doors. Yes, Red Shoes is dead. I've been saying that for a minute. He was the suspect that was on the north side of East Lansing. He is dead, confirmed dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Last unit with traffic, go again.
He's rapid fire as you know.
Yeah, oh, like I said, I apologize. My internet connection is not stable. My cell phone connection is not stable right now. Confirmed. One suspect dead, gunshot wound to the head. They did locate his vehicle, the white vehicle. There was reports that
Yeah, I know there is a
2 suspects.
gentleman who resides at this residence. I do know that for a fact. I just don't have a name.
So it was reports that 2 suspects had fled in a white vehicle.
If you looked up my call sign
But
over last weekend, I did have a call at this register for check welfare.
So there was,
Yeah, I'm looking
they
up the
found
call
his
right
white
now.
vehicle. So that's the one white vehicle that
Battalion 11 from Fire Center.
reported to have fled.
It looks like I found a name. I'll put it in the call for you guys.
Okay, I know. Sister would call her. I know there's another gentleman.
So-
here. He says son also reside here. So
The issue about having a reliable way to see who's there, they do.
I'm not sure if they'll help her until or not. Just want to make sure.
But I believe at least one of the suspects,
Yeah, I got a name of Michael McCrae.
at least one suspect is a student at Michigan State.
Yes, sir. Just to advise, we have a student inside of Anthony Hall that wanted an ambulance because she has neck pain from a car accident last week. Just to advise.
Are you serious?
Yes, and I also have a phone number as well. I'll put in a call. Are you available?
Okay, that one makes me mad. A chick called from
And you
Anthony
have,
Hall
you have two man units, correct?
that wants an ambulance now because their neck hurts from a car accident from last week.
Hey, we're getting reports. Can you text Skyview on Michigan Avenue? We have reports of a male on Michigan Avenue screaming with a duffel bag and smoking something.
So, I
Thank you.
just heard someone say they're lifting the lockdown on campus at Michigan State.
Okay. 9 Adam, 689 Boston, 68 your welfare.
I swear that is what I just heard. Yeah. So,
I know you were going to be en route over to the situation that just happened, but can you by chance swing by Skyview? Skyview, got a couple callers saying that there's a male in the parking lot on his knees right now next to a black duffel bag screaming.
You can show us clear.
do we, I don't know if that is actually. There's been lots of reports of people with backpacks.
RTF-8 is a construction team apparently working across the road at this facility next to us.
There's a construction crew.
Yeah, fire, do you need me to describe you?
They do work 24 hours, so
I'll get you another unit as soon as I can.
they are still currently working on building. In addition to they just rebuilt a new hospital. They moved and it's on the edge of campus, so they are actually having still active construction right there.
You want me to go with K9 to the Skyview call?
That does sound like number 2. So we have suspect 1 red.
We believe that loud banging was going to be construction going on at the field.
Yeah, 10-4, thank you.
So the suspect red shoes is confirmed dead. Self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Guys, 151.
Report of
This.
there was another suspect that had been injured
We're just sitting here holding Wilson. If we don't need to hold this anymore, do we want
By-
to ask anyone?
by gun that they had made contact with, and it does sound like the last suspect is in a parking lot of an apartment building.
Okay, thank you. 347 as of now, I think you're still holding your location. I don't have anything else coming in at this moment to be checked.
347 again, sorry.
You still want the units holding their position, correct?
And 4, have all units hold positions until further notice dispatch is necessary.
So that definitely sounds like they've got them.
I'll keep you at Wilson.
And we're holding this.
Here, command to dispatch.
Good.
Do you have anybody at Bessie Hall? I don't show anybody, but you can check.
1136.
Yeah. So yeah.
136,
Definitely the lady calling about neck pain from an accident a week ago was.
You're gonna call out of line 2220 North High Street. Advise you heard 3 shots. Do you think that's related to the call that you guys are on?
Yes.
Clear, we can go check it out on it. Head over to Eaton County.
421?
Are you still at the stadium? I appreciate all your guys' help today.
No, we evacuated 30 from the stadium. We are now at Duffy Doherty, currently evacuating positions.
Okay. So High Street is where Red Shoes is confirmed dead, self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. They also located his vehicle that he had been in, the white vehicle that fled.
I got a million things going on, but when you get a second, can you take K94 if that call and put me on instead?
So they found his vehicle. Suspect 2
We're waiting to appear.
was injured. And I think he was shot in the leg because he was limping.
We're still at I am Central with 107.
Jesus Christ. This is so weird hearing these buildings. I Am Central is there's the intramural buildings, which are like indoor sports complexes. They had people at the football stadium that they are moving to Duffy Doherty, which is like the indoor field house. So they are moving.
Closed. 2 people who jump barricades. I know you're gonna consider felony, guys.
Sorry, my internet is really unstable. I'm obviously not moving. It's just cutting in and out, and I literally have like one bar on my cell signal. And I like state police headquarters across the road has one of the relay towers. So normally I have really good coverage here. I did hear a call there, and they were asking if they were going to lift the lockdown for campus. It sounds like they did find. Yeah, but Annie's, it just keeps telling me like it's reconnecting over and over, so I'm getting the.
5 and 3 out of 24. Can I reroute you to the Quality Dairy, Jolly and Dunkel?
So that's, I think.
Go ahead.
30 minutes for going up.
For both, 5010 Dunkel, got a texter saying that he sees the MSU shooter at this Quality Dairy, black male, bald, last year wearing red and black checkered pants, and he's with a fee.
He said he'll mind his own business. Agreement.
Copy, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so what that sounded like was it sounds like someone called in for a suspect limping that matches the description of one of the shooters, but then a cop said, "Tell him to mind his own business." That's horrible. This is gonna be like. Sir, I know I'm smiling, I know I'm laughing, I apologize. That just struck me as very comical. What you guys may not realize is at 18, I was an EMT, then became a paramedic, and I did go through the police academy because the sheriff's department used to have a thing called county medics, and so that's what I wanted to do. And then I went on to paramedic, and I went further into emergency medicine. So, and it looks like they're doing a press conference. I am not turning on the TV because Mr. C is trying to sleep. I did wake him up to make sure that we are following what the request from law enforcement was. They also could be doing the press conference because the one confirmed fatal self-inflicted gunshot wound suspect. But yeah, the radio traffic has just died out to nothing. I don't know if I can get local TV on my phone. Let's try that app. Oh no, my VPN is on Fox 47. Okay. So Fox 40 say that there was
clear or available.
Copy, thank you. So yeah, Epiphany Annie's 3 confirmed dead victims, not including the suspect. And then the 5 injured are in the hospital. There are other minor injuries.
Sheltering at the library, the main library.
So, oh my gosh.
347 to that unit having shelter in place will arrange for transportation through UOC. Clear on that, that's what I advised.
Sorry, I'm also on Facebook talking with people. Yes, there is red shoes. A suspect wearing red shoes is dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. That is confirmed. Yes, it looks like they also came and they have found the third shooter. The second shooter had been hit, I think in the leg, was limping, and they said that earlier, about 25 minutes ago, half hour ago more, that they had contact with that suspect, and it sounds like they just got the last one. And then 15 minutes ago or so, I heard radio traffic about lifting the lockdown on campus, which means one shooter. You mean one shooter dead?
20 item 2, 20 item 4, what's your status?
We know for a fact there were 3 shooters.
Thank you for your help.
10-4, thank you.
Dispatch to 347. You come back.
47.
They were getting called. People had the text message that they
I have no idea who that is, but they're sucks.
347, stand by.
Okay. Battalion 11 from Fire Center.
Go ahead, Fire Center, baton.
Well, that is a spin chain, just one
An
shooter.
alert just went out that says the shelter in place has been lifted.
Okay, so yes, we are.
Medic 12 is wondering if where you want him to go. He cleared from Kevin.
So yeah, that is very interesting because no, there were 3 active shooters. One active shooter we know is dead. They're saying 3 shooters. They have 3. Like, self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. They found his backpack, and there was additional firearms and magazines.
Exit for here.
Then there was another suspect that had been shot and was on foot, limping from said gunshot wound. Then it sounds like they also got the third one with them lifting the lockdown. So you do have the third one in custody. Was in the parking lot of an apartment building.
Myself in 5547 will be clear. East Lansing 42.
There were also confirmed that I got shot fired on campus after Red Shoes was already dead. So that is definitely more than one shooter. They're probably limiting information right now. Just because of the nature of the call, what's the situation. There are going to be absolutely multiple crime scenes because we have 3 confirmed dead victims, 5 confirmed victims in hospital right now, and there are reports of other obviously minor injuries that were not transferred. 8 victims that were shot. There is a brand new hospital on the edge of campus that they built. So there's a hospital right there. I don't remember if I don't know if they made that emergency room a level 1 trauma hospital. We do have a level 1 trauma hospital in the town in Lansing.
We can, if not, I'm going to provide further instruction here in just a minute.
But they would have basically shut down ERs. And they were preparing for a mass casualty incident that it is. So we do know 5 victims are in the hospital. They're being hospitalized. That is confirmed. Confirmed 3 dead victims. 1 suspect confirmed dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Another suspect injured that had fled on foot that they had contact with.
50, the bars and restaurants on Grand River are letting people out. I'm advising them to stay off campus for now, so let me know if that needs to change.
Well, there were people in the bars. Oh. So it sounds like they also got the 3rd suspect. There were also multiple bomb threats called in. So we had the bomb squads responding multiple. They call them start teams here, which is so they have they're called start teams here. There's a tri-county start team, which is our version. It's special response tactical. Yeah, so there was the reports of bomb threats being called in. I don't know if they found bombs, but bomb squad did respond. I believe we're at 5 counties that responded. Literally every ambulance agency in the area was out there as well. I actually know they emptied out the parking lot at HQ and Post 1 for Michigan State Police and multiple unmarked federal government cars that they also have different offices at the same location. They're across the street from me. They did send 1 Bearcat, which is a big like the Black Betty, you can't, like, the bulletproof heavy vehicles, so that did go out from here. There was also at least one helicopter in the air with Homeland Security on board. So that's where we're at right now. They have all 3 suspects, well, 2 in custody, 1 is confirmed dead. We have 3 confirmed fatalities of victims of civilians, and then 5 right now that are hospitalized in critical condition at local hospitals, and I don't know how many other injuries because there were multiple shots. They did just lift the lockdown order for campus, which means I am no longer on a lockdown, which means I will be able to go to my dentist appointment in the morning because that was on the edge of campus. So yeah, this is crazy. This started, I want to say 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight. With 3 suspects, 3 shooters. They did release photos from security cameras of the active shooters. So there were pictures. They had shared the Facebook page of one of the shooters that was a white male with dark hair. The suspect that is dead from the self-inflicted, it's confirmed dead, wound to the head, was a black male wearing red tennis shoes. He was driving a white vehicle. They located that vehicle. The 3rd suspect had apparently a gunshot wound to the leg, was fleeing on foot, and they said they did have contact with that suspect, and they just arrested the 3rd suspect, I believe, in the parking lot of an off-campus apartment complex. So the whole campus is now a crime scene. It sounds like most of East Lansing is a crime scene. I'm sure we will get more information as it comes in. They've been very tight-lipped on the situation. I was listening to the scanner, so for the whole thing, I actually, when they locked down my area, then I turned on, I was just going based on reports I was getting on Facebook. But we were locked down and advised to use deadly force to protect your life at all cost is what they had instructed the general public to do. So thankfully, the situation is over. I know that there were calls in for bomb threats. I don't know if they actually located any bombs. But they did have the bomb squad out. Again, the local SWAT teams, tactical teams, they were going floor by floor, room by room, clearing residence halls, having to clear all of the educational buildings. And, so there was people, there's students, it happened. It started when, the last classes would be getting out at 10:30. And that was definitely in the midst of it. So everyone was locked down. There were a bunch of people locked down in the bars. I sure hope that they were providing something to help for those that were locked in the bars. This is crazy, but definitely, I know this case is going to have national attention, but I am absolutely going to follow this case. I'm assuming the 2 suspects, hearings will be local. I will try to attend the hearings and everything in person. I may not be able to because I am not major media. But absolutely, I will definitely be following this. This live is gonna stay up. Tomorrow I am going to work on, a video that is not this live stream so I can get more concise information out. This is definitely local and scary. So, yeah, I will be putting out a new video talking about this exact situation. I will cover it as far as I am able, going to live hearings, just we'll see. I do know, if you guys know anybody that is a student at Michigan State that needs some sort of needs a hug, I will be actually on the edge of campus tomorrow, and I will go and I will meet with your kids. I have actually offered that to several of my friends on Facebook, like, hey, I'll be free at this time. Obviously, we're going to be getting a lot more information over the next days, weeks, and months. This is definitely going to be very ongoing. As much as I hate saying it, thankfully, one shooter is dead. Self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. One injured suspect that was apprehended. And then the third suspect was apprehended. Whether or not they were injured in any way, shape, or form is unknown to me at this time. There are 3 confirmed fatalities from the innocent civilians, and there are confirmed 5 patients, victims that are in critical condition at local area hospitals right now. And there are an unknown number of more minor injuries. So yeah, Katrina, actually Jackson County did come up, because Jackson County is right butts up to Ingham County. Yeah, information is, they're being selective. Thankfully, I have access to the scanner, and I do know how they would respond and how things work. Again, I started off as an EMT at 18, went through the paramedic program, went to the police academy to be a county paramedic for Ingham County, but that program was discontinued. Then I went further into emergency medicine, and was working at one of the biggest trauma hospitals here in Michigan, which I dealt with gunshot wounds daily. So yes, situation is over. Confirmed 1 suspect dead, 2 are in custody, and they have lifted the lockdown, so students are now able to return to their dorm halls. And obviously, in the midst of all of this, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counties responding, they still had to deal with the regular mundane calls. There was a call about a drive-by shooting. The battalion that was responding, that was in the city of Lansing, it sounded like it may have been nothing. Just hearing from the battalion, the guilty plea from today, I don't know what happened today with the guilty plea. I actually, while this was happening, I was going through videos from today in the last couple of days, and this all started, and there have been, like, the U of M, like, last summer, there had been a report of an active shooter on the campus of the University of Michigan, and it actually had been a balloon that had gotten away and was popped, so there wasn't an active shooter. So I was kind of like hanging back, listening, trying to figure out what the situation was. But then they were releasing security footage showing 3 suspects, one with what appeared to be an AK-47 style automatic weapon. Oh, Keith Appling. I actually am not aware of that. I will have to look that up. Wait, I think I do know about that. I think I have heard about it. I just don't remember off the top. I'm sorry, I am exhausted at this point. I actually need to get off of here because I have an appointment at 9 a.m. on the edge of campus for actually getting my crown, and then they're gonna fix that filling, and then I can get my dentures. So we're fixing. Oh, pled guilty to murder. Actually, I don't think about it because I focus on Michigan. I'll have to look at that. Maybe cover that case then. I'll go back Um, on that note, obviously there's going to be a lot of healing. We'll be getting more information over the next several days, weeks, and months. I will be following this as much as I can, even if that includes going to hearings in person. If there is obviously going to be major media, and I'm just a lowly single investigative reporter at this point. But I will follow this case through and give updates as they are coming through. I do want to let you guys know I am actually working on looking at a case from... Oh. So Katrina just said his girlfriend from Jackson helped him get away. That's wonderful. Jackson's kind of a shithole county right now. Well, the city of Jackson at least. Anyways, I am doing a deep dive on a case from 1993, the Rose Larner case. I actually didn't realize that it had been covered a bit in the last couple of years. Bailey Sarian, whatever I can't pronounce her last name. She did it, and then there was other people. I actually have contact with people that knew Rose Larner and were friends with both of the men that had murdered her. And then another little twist was, at the time, there was actually a serial killer that was in Lansing at the time of her murder and disappearance. So I'm working on that one currently. There's a couple other Michigan murders and stuff like crimes that I want to go into, not just current court cases. So I am working on stuff like that. Last week I was sick. I slept basically 4 days straight, which I'm not necessarily sick. It's just my health stuff. So I've missed a lot. I apologize. I've not kept up on my end. But in conclusion, about 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight, there's a report of active shooters. There was 3 suspects. They did release security footage with one suspect brandishing an AK style semi-automatic rifle. One of the suspects that was wearing red shoes is confirmed dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Then another suspect was apprehended that had apparently been shot and was limping. They did make contact with him, and they did get the 3rd suspect in the parking lot of an off-campus apartment building. There are 3 confirmed fatalities from students or civilians. I don't even know what to call them. And there are 5 confirmed patients in hospital in critical condition. Again, the lockdown has been lifted for us, so that is nice. I can now sleep, but I will keep you guys updated as this is gonna be going over the next days, weeks, and months. Thank you guys for joining me in watching this. Not necessarily something I had ever thought I would be doing. Yeah, innocents, civilians, victims. Innocence just came to mind right then. Yeah, definitely not something I'd ever be reporting on in my lifetime, live streaming. Thankfully, I was able to, you guys were able to listen to Scanner as I was listening to it. So again, thank you for joining me. If you are watching this in the future, thank you for watching. And at that, I'm going to get out. It's 12:50 a.m. And I am exhausted. So thanks for joining me. Thank you for all of your comments. And thoughts and prayers for everyone and family from Michigan State. I will see you guys later. And I hope you guys have a good night. Katrina, no, they lifted the lockdown. My dentist's office is in Okemos, but on Jolly Road, which is like, I want to say maybe 1.5 miles away from campus. So I do believe that the dentist office will be open tomorrow morning. I'll find out, I guess, in the morning. I'm the first patient in, though, so I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys. I am going to get out of here. Please be safe. Tell your loved ones that you love them. And have a good night.